Trump vindicated. Millions of illegals caught doing unthinkable. On multiple occasions, President Trump has proven that he doesn't mince his words. If he has something to say, he lets it out. In most cases, he is right. Do you remember when he proclaimed that millions of people voted illegally? A study detailed by the Washington Times shows that the president was 100% correct in his statement. In fact, the study indicates that as many as 5.7 million illegals voted in the previous election alone. Try and wrap your head around that number. Just facts. The think tank that conducted the study delivered some cold hard facts for liberals. The leftists claim that illegals barely voted at all, and some citing zero non-citizens as voting is false. Democrats like to say that their studies show that no illegals voted. The reasoning is flawed for two core reasons. First, they claim that the names of the illegals are not popping up in the database. Of course they are not going to pop up in the database. When illegals vote, they use false IDs, social security numbers, and other documentation. It would only make sense that their names wouldn't pop up in a registry. Left-wingers also try to say that citizens sometimes misidentify as non-citizens, but non-citizens never identify as citizens. Surely, just by reading that statement, you can see the flaw in their argument. Why would a legal person here claim to be illegal? It makes no sense. There is nothing to gain, absolutely no purpose. On the other hand, they believe that illegals never claim to be citizens. Yes, they are going to pretend to be natives because they don't want to get caught and deported. Democrats, as usual, are lying and bending facts so they can end up with the results they want. This nonsense has got to stop. How long can we let them live in this fantasy world? The study also uncovered that illegals vote overwhelmingly for Democrats over Republicans. Take into consideration that with the 5.7 million estimate, there's a good chance that Hillary Clinton lost the popular vote by a long shot among the people who are here legally. We are not terribly surprised to discover this, though. We have to work to start making sure illegals stay out of our elections. They have no right being in the country, let alone voting for the next president. One of the ways to stop them from voting is by enforcing voter ID laws. Hilariously, the left likes to call this move racist. Somehow, it is racist to require people to show valid IDs when they come to vote. It doesn't make any sense. There is nothing wrong with wanting to secure our election process from those who would like to alter the results. You would think after making up all these stories about Russian interfering in our elections, they would be more concerned about the story. Oh, well, you can't expect too much from liberal hypocrites. Yeah, they're screaming about the Russian interference, yet they don't want to have voter ID. Anything you do today, they ask you for ID. So your vote shouldn't count when you have millions of illegals entering the country here? It's absurd because they know that Hillary did not win any kind of popular vote, and also the machines were rigged. I'm sure a lot of Democrats voted that witch out. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.